Hello, my name's Nazreen Elizabeth. I'm here with Agile World Wellness, giving you a little taste of what Hypno Breathwork is, the modality and the effects and benefits. And then I'll give you a little mini session for you to try at home, which I'm really excited for you to experience.
That's awesome. So stick around for the next 30 minutes and you're gonna love what you experience.
Hello and welcome to Agile World Wellness. How are you, Steve? It's been a while. This is the first one of this year. I'm still trying to get back into the recording phase. How's it going?
It's going pretty well, Sabrina. It has been a struggle of a year, but it is now February, and January, which was a struggling month, is over. We had a lot of snow, more snow or more cold than we normally get in the DC area, which Nazreen Elizabeth has had to deal with along with me. But we are grateful to be here. So what's going on in England?
Bad. We haven't had the snow. Normally in the northeast of England, we normally get some beautiful snow, and I'm not jealous because we haven't got it. I love it when it snows. And do you know what? It's just been the usual January busyness, blues, trying to get back into work, trying to get back into everything. And yeah, and we keep getting, it's you guys that are sending over this weather, this massive wind and the storms that we keep getting here. We're not used to this. Stop pushing it over to us in the UK. We're not used to this weather. We like it just like plain and everything stays still.
There you go. Luckily, we're all working from home, so we're all working remote. However, I have been out to the yoga studio to authentic yoga and been able to see Nazreen in person this year, which has been awesome. So Nazreen is going to tell us a little bit about hypno breathing. And I think she is just an amazing goddess. And I'm just grateful that she's here because she just blew my mind from the moment I met her. Naz, how you doing?
Good. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to spend this time with the both of you. You just light me up. And I'm so excited I got to meet you, Steve. Your hugs are the best. And it's just been really fun time getting to know you and doing hypno breathwork with you. So I am a hypno breathwork coach, and I take people through a journey to tap into their subconscious mind by using this modality. So I'll tell you a little bit about that.
Yeah, and I was just blown away by it because I'm open to try new things, and then I go to the yoga studio and I love Ali and Briani and everybody there and Sophie, and then they were talking about this hypno breathing thing, and I'm like, I don't know, but I'll check it out because it's I respect the people that are doing it and they have their own business. And I show up, and Naz, when you told me it was going to be 22 minutes of breathing, I was like, oh man, this is going to be hell. And then it was like 3 minutes later, it just blew right by. I'm like, whoa, what just happened?
Yeah.
So tell me about your journey. How did you stumble across this thing? And please stay with us because this is amazing stuff.
Yeah. So it all sort of began early 2021. I was going through some major life changes, and I was in a really dark place, probably the darkest place I've been in my life. And I saw on an Instagram post that somebody that I followed that there was a hypno breathwork session. And I was like, I don't know what this is, but I feel drawn to it. And I'm kind of desperate at this point for some help. And I did it, and the experience was unlike anything I've ever experienced. My body was feeling sensations I've never felt. My memories and visions came forward that I completely forgot about. At the end of the clarity breath work, she asked us, what is your next action step towards the clarity that you're looking for? And the whole journey that I was on was so vivid and loud and bright. And as soon as she asked that, the curtains drew and the stage went black. And I was like, what the? I'm not going to cuss on here, but I was like, what? Like, I literally went through this whole thing, and you're not going to show me the ending? Like, what is happening? And I was just hooked. I was like, I need to understand what's going on. Um, so I ended up doing a 12-week hypno breathwork Unblock Your Purpose course by Francesca Sitma, and just moved through so many things and just brought so much awareness and clarity and to my life, and made even more life changes. I quit my 16-year federal job that was so secure to pursue this, and it lights me up and it's so fun for me and I love what I do.
And I love what you do as well. And it's so shocking when you tell me that 2 years ago you were in a dark place, or a year ago you were in a dark place, because when I see you, you just light up a room. And yes, and I am a hugger, but I love hugging you. You have just such wonderful energy, and everybody in the room is just drawn to that beautiful energy you have.
Thank
Um,
you so much.
Inspirational as well, because that last statement that you just made, that you were in a job that was secure, but you found something that you intrigued and that excited you, and you thought, do you know what, I'm going to do this. I found something that excites me, that I enjoy and I have fun with, and you've taken that leap. So you had this job all very, very comfortable, and you've gone, nah, I want to do so. That's inspirational. I think that'd be inspirational to a lot of people. To actually work doesn't have to be dull.
Yeah, I thank you so much. And I've come to just a very simple conclusion that's profound realization, I would say, is I don't want to just exist. I want to live.
Love that.
I don't want to exist. I want to live.
Yeah.
Wow, that is powerful. And because you are a natural healer, you were able to unlock that and heal so many people. I'm just amazed. Wow.
Thank you so much.
Um, so Sabrina, you haven't experienced this.
No. Do you know what? At first, I'm a pretty honest person. At first, when I hear about these breathing techniques, now obviously this is why I love doing this show, because I get to do lots of different things. I'm a lifelong learner. And obviously, we've done like the yoga breathing techniques, but in another sense, in the back of your head, you think, we breathe every day. That's how we live, but we don't think about it. And the one thing I struggle with is when I have to think about my breathing, that's when it becomes discombobulated. Do you know what I mean? When you have to think of something that you do naturally. And I quickly, before we decided to do a show, I did a bit of reading on it, and it's quite intriguing on the actual benefits that this, can I call it a process? Is that offending saying that? What this path can actually take you to. So yeah, I'm quite excited.
Yeah, I mean, and if I can tell you a little bit more about this specific modality, if you want to hear about it.
Oh, I'd love to.
So this particular modality, it combines breath work, hypnosis, visioning, and meditation. And it's 30 minutes or less, the actual breathing. It can be adjusted, however. But the breathing technique is 2 parts inhale, 1 part exhale, and that we're bringing so much oxygen to the brain, so we're able to calm down and quiet our logical mind. We're constantly analyzing, thinking, processing all day long. And we get to just calm that down and just be like, hey, it's okay, take a break. We got this. And then you get to tap into your subconscious mind, where all of your conditioning is, the beliefs, the stories, everything that's kind of been conditioned in your mind since you were a kid, maybe even before that. We run on automatic unless we bring awareness and spotlight our actions. So we tap into the subconscious mind, and kind of through the cues that are custom, you kind of bring forward memories and visions and emotions that are attached to them. And then the hypnosis is like hypnotic suggestions. It's a reprogramming of the mind so that you can create a new narrative, change the perspective. It's really hard. It can be really hard to do that just day to day walking around. So when you're in that calm, energized, calm state of mind, and you get to just see a different perspective, it lights up your mind to a new way of living. And then you visualize, and with the visioning part of it, it's just kind of seeing yourself in that new perspective, energetically putting yourself in that new state of being.
So can it help with calming? I know a lot of people that are struggling at the moment with being able to relax, especially when we're working from home. Me personally, I find well, Steve knows this better than anyone else. I just keep going and going and going. And when it gets to bedtime, I try and clear my mind and kind of clear my mind to a stage where I know what I'm doing tomorrow, but I need to do it calmly. Can it help with relaxation? Is this probably a common question you get all the time?
Absolutely. I mean, I would I would argue that it's the most efficient and effective mindset tool that you can use, using your own breath with music. And you could, you know, do it on demand, to calm yourself on demand. You can start your day with it, end your day with it, in the middle of the day, use it. And it's less than 30 minutes. So absolutely.
And it is freaking brilliant. It provides an amazing level of clarity, because I think I've done it what three or four times with you, Naz, and one of the times it was looking for clarity, how to figure things out, and I came to the conclusion that I should probably be a life coach. And since then, I have gone through 70 hours of classroom training. I am in the process of continuing to practice. I have 3 people I am now coaching, and I am on my way. Thanks to you, Naz. So, so I'm starting to learn a whole new set of careers and skills because of Naz. And
well, I am so proud of you, and thank you for sharing that. And I just want to say, with this work, I love it so much because I see us as a team. It's not because of me, and we get to work together, and I just hold the space and guide you, and you are the one that comes up with the vision, and you are the one that takes action on it and makes it happen. So I think you can give yourself huge kudos there. I'm not doing that for you. I don't have the energy for that.
no, but you help. But you help people get through. So Sabrina, what this can do is this can help you figure out how you should clear your mind, or help whatever's keeping you from being able to do that. That, for me, that was the big thing. It's like, I know what I'm supposed to do, but I just can't wrap my head around it. I can't organize it.
Yeah.
And the last time I saw you, it was a couple weeks in. It was in January, and it was so funny because just a couple of days before, at work, people were asking, so what will be your word for 2022? And I said, flow. I want to get back into flow, and just, that state of being to where things are just flowing. You're just doing. You're not spending too much time noodling on things. You're just doing. And we get there, and Naz says, okay, so today we're going to talk about flow. And I had no idea. We did not plan that. So I just feel like I'm so in sync with you, Naz.
Yeah, I remember that. That was amazing. I loved it. It was
I'll tell you,
perfect timing.
anything that can actually help, not just myself, but possibly a lot of people in a similar situation, where you can kind of break things down, and being able to have that opportunity to kind of articulate what you've got to be able to do next. And I don't know, with my head, I find recently I'm very discombobulated, if we can use that as a word, because I've got so much going on, because I thrive to do something. Well, Steve knows me quite well. I want to try something new all the time. I've got so many different things on the go, so much different work options, so many different things to do in life. And sometimes it's hard to kind of piece it together. And yeah, that would be really interesting to kind of see how it works.
Yeah, we also have so there's different styles within hypno breathwork too. You're touching on flow state, which is fantastic for that, for organizing your thoughts, prioritizing them, and getting super clear on what your next action step is, or action steps, and how to organize them and prioritize them. So that's, there's an unblocking of emotions and memories and stories and beliefs, and then there's a flow state. So yeah, absolutely.
It's like the mental state for agility, because that is what agility does. It's a way of breaking things down. But this is almost like the other side. It's opening that other door that a lot of people don't understand or know. Yes, we can do things with post-it notes and write things down, but this is almost the secondary side, the enigma of how to actually, take everything out. There's one thing taking everything out of your brain and organizing it, but there's still always stuff wrapped around.
Yeah,
Am I just
absolutely.
speaking in weird languages here?
Mm,
Do people get what I'm saying?
No, what yeah, I hear what you're saying, and I think, you know, we get to use this modality to tap into the feeling, because we are energy, right? So we get to energetically connect ourselves to what our priorities are and connect to that, um, rather than stay in our heads, because that's typically what
Yeah,
we're conditioned to do.
I absolutely love it. And just to clarify, Naz, when Sabrina and I we talk about agile and agility, what we're doing is we go into organizations and we ask them to change the way that they're doing things, and everybody to change the way they're doing things. Start understanding who your customer is, and which can be very challenging because a lot of people don't know. When you were working at your government job, you may not have had a good vision of who your customer was and how can we provide them value and how can we do that in a smooth state of flow, because that's what's important. And so there's always here's the mechanics of it, but what most organizations really struggle with under the hood is not the mechanics. They get the mechanics down pretty well, but they miss the human aspect of it, the mindset shift, the emotional change that takes place from working with people who are used to doing this heads down on a keyboard. And now we're asking them to communicate with each other and to listen to each other and embrace each other more. So the whole concept of clearing the mind, bringing people to a state of flow, the whole emotional change, that's what I think many organizations are missing. And this gets right to that key. This gets right to the heart of it. It is just amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
No. Well, I just wanted to mention that one is I know I've only done this in person with you, face to face in the same room with the yoga mat, but this can also be done virtually, right?
Yeah, most of my clients are virtual, and I do community classes that are virtual, and we have a huge virtual hypno breathwork community of coaches that have different specialties, and it's a huge community. So yeah, very, very much successful virtually as well.
Now, tell me about one of these community things virtually, because that's something like, Sabrina, wouldn't it be amazing to get Carl and others?
Oh, you're moving across the pond here. I don't know if you've ever done it with anybody that are not just in the US, but quite far away like us in the UK. But yeah, that would be quite interesting, actually.
Yeah, so we have one of the biggest hypno breathwork coaches in Berlin. One of my clients is from the UK. We have people Australia, I mean, all over the world, and we've connected with this through this. So my community sessions that I've done, I have, an intention, whether it's clarity, whether it's relationships, whether it's, healthy habits, whatever it is. And then everyone just comes on for an hour. I take them through the session, and then anyone that wants to share can just share and process and integrate together what comes up for them. So it's a really beautiful experience.
We give it a go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Do we want to try? Are we ready to try a little session here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you need anything? Is there anything you want to give any warnings? First warning I'll definitely give is if you're listening on our podcast and you're driving, please stop your vehicle. Do not do this while you're driving. I don't think that's a good idea. I'm assuming.
Hi, I am Nazreen Elizabeth. I am going to take you through a hypno breathwork intro session. This specific session is targeted on your highest self. I encourage you, if you can, find a nice comfortable place to lay down or sit up tall, have something to cover your eyes if you can. And we're gonna go through the breathing technique, which is a 2-part inhale and 1-part exhale. So we're gonna take a nice big deep breath in to the belly, into the chest. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, belly. Inhale, chest. Exhale, let it go. One more time, big deep breath into your belly, into your chest. Exhale. That's the breathing pattern that we're going to follow. And you may experience some tingling sensations, hands, legs, whatever the case, that's normal. You may experience some emotions, some feelings come up. That's normal. Let yourself feel whatever comes up. All right.
Yes, and we don't want to do this while you're driving, so make sure you can pay full attention to what's going on. And this will be an amazing experience for just 10 minutes. You will wake up, you'll come out of this, and you'll have a clear, much more clear mind, and you'll feel wonderful. Trust me, I've done this. It's awesome. Go, Naz.
Okay. So let's begin. Go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Close your eyes. Relax your arms on your legs. Take a nice big deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. And let's get started. Next song, Hold That Vision. What does the highest version of you look like and feel like? What is the energy that they embody? And now I want you to start to bring forward what is blocking you from becoming your highest self right now. Is it insecurities, self doubt, unworthiness? What are those stories and beliefs? Any story, any belief that is no longer serving you, visualize on that inhale, wrapping your breath around it, around that insecurity, around that story that no longer serves you. Breathe it out on that exhale. Remove it from your body one by one. Big exhale. And now start to bring forward one single action step you can take towards becoming your highest self. Start to see yourself in the moment taking that action. Beautiful. We've made it to the meditation. We have a very short meditation, so settle your breath in and out through your nose. We're just going to spend the next 2 minutes letting ourselves be present with our breath. Begin to visualize a bright, warm gold light in the center of your heart. Providing you confidence, safety, love, abundance, clarity. Begin to expand that light to fill up the entire space of your body. And with your heart space activated one final time, bring forward the highest version of yourself. Body, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, slowly making your way up to a seated position. Welcome back.
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned about the possible tingly feelings. Otherwise, I probably would have panicked, because at first I started feeling it in my fingers and then up my arms, and then I started to feel it in my face. It wasn't a bad sensation, but I also kept thinking in my head, yeah, I was warned about this. This is okay. So I'm glad you warned that. Otherwise, I'd be freaking out going, whoa, what's going on?
Good. I'm so happy you tried this. Thank you so much. How was it for you? If you want to share.
It was amazing. Do you know what? How do I describe it? The one thing I can describe is it allowed me, how can I visualize it? In my brain, the way I felt was like I had multiple boxes and they were spinning around. And then while the music and the beat was changing, it allowed me to pick and focus on different boxes. And it was almost like I was picking up boxes, pushing the boxes out the way, focusing on the main box, making a decision on it, then putting that aside. And that's how I visualize it in my head. It's probably a bit weirder than most people, but yeah.
No, that's a beautiful visual. I love that.
That is absolutely amazing. And I don't think people visualize it the same way.
Yeah.
I think we're all unique and we all find our own way. I love the boxes.
Yeah.
I wonder if you're good at compartmentalizing things. And going from when you're multitasking, if you go from one to another and just put the other aside, the thing that's blocking me is let that shit go. I just gotta let it go. And so, so Naz, I love I love these sessions because you have us wrap around something and breathe it out, and then wrap around what we should be focusing on. It just helps me bring so much clarity. I just love that. I just love that. And that was what, 10 minutes?
10 minutes. And the hashtag for this video is let that shit go.
Love it. That should be the weekly hashtag.
Yeah, that should be my hashtag for sure. Naz, that is so beautiful. That is so wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing this with us. You are absolutely amazing. I am so glad that you have found your gift as a healer, and we are so grateful that you are healing the world because you are just amazing.
Thank you so much, Steve and Sabrina. Really had such a great time.
This was wonderful. Naz, thank you so much for coming and sharing this with us. I really appreciate it. Sabrina, I know this was an eye-opener for you. I have been lucky enough to experience this before. So Naz, before we end the show and go into our little exercise, are there any final words of wisdom for us, and how can people find you?
Thank you so much. Any words of wisdom, I would just say, don't be afraid to understand yourself more. And this is a perfect tool for that. That is very soft and inviting and encouraging. If you or anyone you know is interested in booking a one-on-one or group session with me, all of the information will be linked, and I would love to connect with you and work with you in person or virtual.
That's awesome. You can find her at Authentic Yoga in Gaithersburg, Maryland, or you can go into the show notes at agile-world.news, and you can find everything you want to know about Naz in the show notes. We'll have links to her personal contact information, as well as to Authentic Yoga, where you can find her in person, and you can book a session. And this was absolutely wonderful. And please don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy these. We really appreciate it. It helps motivate people like Naz to come and join us when she sees all the subscriptions there, and we greatly appreciate it too. So Sabrina, anything?
No, you know me, I enjoy these sessions. I get to learn something new. But thank you very much for your time, and thank you for opening my mind up and also helping me discombobulate my boxes.
There we go. I love that. I love the boxes. That is just so amazing.
I love the boxes too.
All right, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.